Wagwan people, and welcome along to Fourever Arsenal. We are back for another show. Joining me, we got Jack, we got Lee Judges, and yet again, we got Kenya back in again for another substitution place. No Curtis today. He's away with his family. His family live away, and he's gone driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas. Actually, so he's there with his family for Christmas. He's at Nottingham. He's from, isn't he?
Yeah, originally.
Yeah. So big up to Curtis. Merry Christmas to you. But we are here for the show today. And first of all, how's everybody doing, man?
Yeah, I thought I'd make a quick note to the viewers. I'm a bit worse for wear today, guys. So if I'm a bit quieter than usual, I don't want no comments about Robbie interrupting me today because he's actually helping me out today. So if I'm a bit quieter, nothing on me. Nothing on me, guys.
What's wrong with you?
I think it's just worse for weather, mate. I think the Christmas schedule just got up to me.
What did you predict for the score for Everton?
For Everton? Can't remember, mate. Is that you telling me I got it right?
I think someone got it right.
1-0, wasn't it?
Did you go 1-0?
I went 1-0.
You went 1-0, so you got it right.
Oh my goodness! See, that's how, guys. Imagine how buzzing I would be if I knew if I remembered that. That's how you can tell I'm a bit worse or whatever.
Chart and everything like now. He's.
You know what?
He's going to be back in that shop again, isn't he?
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. That's made me feel 1%.
One more to go. 2 more to go, isn't it?
3.
Three more to go.
He's not
over the line yet.
Not over the line yet. Not over the line yet. But listen, sorry to hear. It had nothing to do with the Christmas party last week.
You know what?
You looked a little bit wasted then.
You know what? There's a little story I can tell you. Well, we had our AFTV Christmas party. It was really, really good night. So thank you to everyone who helped put that on. But there was a good moment I remember, and it's luckily the AFTV guys let me bring one of my friends along. Big Rohan, very nice guy. We've gone to get in the lift to go home. Everyone's going home now. I think Expressions was there, yourself. Everyone's going home. They're pressing the ground floor button.
Yeah,
Rohan's taken us up to the 3rd floor where there may or may not have been a casino. And we've left the lift and gone to the casino and everyone's gone home. All I can say is when we came out of the casino, it was sunny outside. So that's
you stayed in it?
That's all I can say. It was sunny outside.
That's it. What, it finished hold on a minute, because it finished, that was about 1:30-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were there till
at that time.
Daylight now is after 7.
After 7.
It was a long night, Robbie. It was a long night, Robbie. We didn't win anything, but we didn't lose anything.
Oh, right, so
you know what I mean? We won some, we lost some, but we came out just the same as we started.
Right, I didn't even remember getting home. Honestly, I was mashed, man. Like, I did.
It's good do, isn't it?
It was good.
It was a very good do. It was a big up to the Hippodrome, man.
Yeah,
it was
big
great.
up to the Hippodrome. I was thankful for bumping into Joe. It's not very often you want to bump into Joe on a night out, but I did. And because he told me where to go. Otherwise, I'd have been looking around for that place, down a few little alleyways, and then in this lovely little private room. It was fantastic.
Private room.
How do you miss
lovely.
It? Huh? How do you miss it?
Well, because it was through a restaurant, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the actual room, right?
Yeah, actual room, right? You know what I mean?
Because
you must have come round.
You'd win.
Yeah,
you must have come round.
They did put in the group what entrance to come into, you know. So
I didn't see that.
But it was good night.
You know what you did see, Lee? You saw me without a hat, mate.
I did see you without a hat.
You saw me, and can you confirm? I have hair on my head.
You do have hair, though.
I have hair on my head.
But I also now know why you wear that hat. Like, you know what I mean?
It's too long and fluffy for Lee's liking.
Ty came in and straight for the food, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Straight for the food.
That guy. I mean, he's a one-off, by the way.
Mr. Coach on Saturday
so
to go to the game, rung me up, in bits. Oh, Robbie, man, have you guys gone already? Well, let's go. No, luckily he got to come up with us. He is a laugh, though, isn't he? He's lively when you drive up.
He does not stop from the minute he gets in there. Like 6 hours he was in going up there, and he didn't stop once, like, you know. He's trying to get some sleep, he's turning his batteries off or whatever, like, I don't know what he runs on, but like, unreal.
And in the game, right, trust me, right, in the game, me and Cecil was just watching him. You guys was watching him as well. He was sort of in the side, and he's just there constantly going.
Yeah, we saw him on the TV as well.
He's directing everything. He's like, there was one time when I think we was 1-0 up, and then we was looking over him, and he just kept going like this. As he's going to pace, relax, calm down. I swear, you've got to see. I swear, I'm going to get him videoed one game. People don't believe it's true. I'm going to get a secret video of him, and just I want like a 10-minute video of him.
He's talking,
compilation.
I don't know if he's
it's
talking
unreal.
to himself or he's talking to the radio, but he's putting thumbs up and he's going like this. I said we watched him for about 5 minutes, and like the game
It's
was
unbelievable.
You know, it was a bit of a dead moment in the game, like, you know, and you can just watch him all the time. He's fascinating.
He's a character.
Great company.
Something else.
Great company. We had a great game going up there, didn't we? Like, and was playing these games going up there and all that. And he is so loved. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad he weren't with us on the way home.
Yeah. Yeah, he went back on the coach, right? Right? So I was like, yeah, you may as well come, because we had this Volkswagen van.
Yeah,
It's nice, wasn't it? Right? So I was like, yeah, you can come back with us. We've got space. You know what I mean? I go, we'll drop you, right? And he's like, no. He goes, I've got to go back on the coach because my food's on there. So I go, what food? So I was chatting to the coach driver when we was in the stadium, right? And I go, oh, so what, you do all food and all that now? He goes, nah. He goes, just one of the women on the coach. She does sandwiches and that. And I know that lady. She's done it for years. So I was going, so that's what he's desperate to go back just because he missed out on the sandwiches. I swear, this guy, when it comes to food, man, he's incredible.
I've been on that coach, like, as a supporters coach once, like, right? And it's just genuinely true. Me and my mate went on it one time. I've only been on it once. Funny enough, against Everton. And they come up with, like, Lynn and all that. They make sandwiches. There's one that makes all cakes and all that.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And, like, they really look after you. Like,
and they've been doing that for years.
Yeah, doing that.
Yeah, the supporters club.
We haven't, holding up. No, you're a part of the coach. Yeah, like, and they do it all the time. We're going up there.
Honestly, like, Brilliant. It's an experience because, like, it's almost like they're taking you back in time to how people used to, like, they've probably been doing that from day one.
Yeah, years and years.
And it's a real, and you've got some fans on there that have been going to watch Arsenal probably, away, home and away, probably for about the last 40, 50 years.
I'll say that, yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's incredible, those fans, and they still go. And it's such a
little community, like.
Yeah. It's absolutely
good.
brilliant.
And like, we was strangers on it, really, first time being on it, and they looked after us. I see Lynn at the game. She still comes over and says hello and all that, like,
No, they're great.
Brilliant.
They're great guys.
What was the stadium like? Obviously.
Hill Dickinson.
The Hill Dickinson
nice.
Stadium, very nice. Yeah. Very, very nice. I was impressed.
Yeah.
What did you make of it, Lee?
I was very impressed with it, like, actually when you get in here, it's a little bit cramped. I thought it was a little bit cramped going in and out. I'm not going to lie.
He's moaning about the amount of toilets they had there.
Yeah, they had. I've gone into there's a big cubicle toilets. Go in there. There's 3 cubicles. Like that. But there were further down loads more toilets. Like, I just felt it was a little bit. I think once you get used to it and everything like that, even when you're coming out, the Everton fans are right close to you and everything like that. Like,
it's a lot different to Goodison.
Yeah.
Like Goodison was
beautiful view.
When you speak about old school stadium,
that's
Goodison.
One.
That is an old school. It had wooden terraces. Yeah. It was like it was a unique stadium, and I think as well the atmosphere. I know you made of it, Lee. The atmosphere weren't great from their fans.
Nah.
To be fair, their players didn't give them anything to shout about. But
reminded me when we was first at the Emirates, it's still a bit shallow.
But the stadium itself.
Beautiful.
Really good. I mean, the way they pump up the music and, he was going on about the Z cars.
Yeah, I love that.
That they come out to and,
We saying you think Chelsea, didn't you? You were saying, like, when they come out, Chelsea's a good one, like Liquidator.
Yeah.
But I when they now Z cars music, I've always liked that. You know what I mean? When it comes out.
Yeah.
You've got to have a proper song when you come out the tunnel, haven't you?
Yeah. No, it was good. You know what? There was a bit of controversy around that game before we get stuck into it. I just wanted to mention, don't forget, show brought to you today by William Hill's Final One Standing. Now, people, I've got to just give you guys some information. Things are brewing up, right? It's another weekend incoming, a fresh round of Final One Standing games on William Hill, right? And it's getting really interesting. I'm just looking up at the screen now. Still Fulham and Forest to play tonight, right? And we're getting close to some big winners. In the £500,000 game, there are only 302 people remaining in it. 77 of them got knocked out because they had to go for Wolves. Right now, that's the team to avoid.
All that way.
You go all that way and then you've got to pick Wolves and then they go and do what they do and lost against Brentford. In the 50k pot, there's only 12 people left. 3 of them have gone for Fulham tonight, right? So, to stay in. In the 20k pot, 4 people left. Right, so just going to wait on tonight's list to see how many people survived that. Right, so good luck to all of them. So you can see in those games, it's really whittling down to the last few people. Somebody's going to have a big jackpot for this Christmas. If you've made it through these games, big respect going out to you. You can make your next pick, and it's free to play. You've got to do it this week, Friday, before 8 p.m. I don't know what pick I'm going to go for this week.
Ooh,
we all went Man City last week, innit?
Yeah.
City last week.
I went City last week.
City last week, which was a real banker. What's the real banker for this week? There's a lot of...
don't know, what's...
let me just have a look. There's a lot of... Do we go Arsenal this week?
Arsenal
Brighton?
at home at 9.
Arsenal home at Brighton. Do you go with that?
I might go whoever Spurs have got.
They're away at Crystal Palace.
Oh, that could be a shout. Palace.
Palace? Oh, I don't know. That's an iffy
Do you
one.
go... I know what I'm going for this week. Liverpool versus Wolves.
Oh, yeah,
Wolves is a
Liverpool
banker.
Liverpool versus Wolves has got to be a banker.
Yeah,
Although they did give us trouble when they went... But they are open.
Liverpool versus Wolves, that's the one.
Right, if you want to play, you can download the William Hill app right now. Scan the QR code on the screen. Click the link in the description, and let's see who's going to be final one standing. You've got to be over 18, based in the UK or Ireland only. And remember, always gamble responsibly. Full terms and conditions apply, and you can read all about it in the link below. But there's going to be some big winners over the next few games. So really interesting. The controversy was all around, before we get stuck into the actual game, was around the chanting. I did a video on it yesterday. You were saying to me that it's, I didn't realise that all the newspapers had picked it up. I knew it was in the Metro. Who else has picked it up?
It was the Metro, Telegraph, Mail, Sun, a couple others off the top of my head.
Right. I was just talking about it because we was at the game, right? And for anybody who don't know, the actual chant was Arsenal fans were singing, and which is this chant I think was invented by Man United fans. Obviously, their big rivalry with Liverpool. Feed the Scousers, let them know it's Christmas time. Right? For most of us, a funny chant, yeah? Lee was at the game. For Everton fans, who are also Scousers, when Arsenal fans were singing it, they did not like it.
No.
They were booing it. You don't normally see that with chants. Normally, you sing a bad, look at some of the chants we have at Tottenham. We think they're way more worse than that. But normally, you sing a chant at a team, they come back with something. It's what we do in this country. It's what we love about football. It's not choreographed like a lot of sort of teams in Europe and that. We make up songs, we go back and forth and that. This one was met with a lot of booing from the Everton fans. They didn't like it. After the game, when we was out filming and that, quite a lot of them, didn't Lee, came up to us and they weren't happy. And we normally get on all right with Everton fans. They weren't happy with that chart, man. They made it known. They didn't like it. They were like, didn't think Arsenal fans were like this, but... And then I know, like, in the video that I did, a lot of Arsenal fans was kind of like, well, God, what's their problem and that? What it is with this chant, back in the day, there used to be this perception that Liverpool, as a city, was a place where it's run down, it's poor, it's poverty-stricken and that, which is not, especially now, it definitely...
It's vibrant
It's
now,
like a vibrant place. It's like one of the best cities in the UK to go to, right? So when they hear this chant, they take it badly. They take it like you're insulting them. They take it like you're basically saying that everybody who comes from that city is just some sort of poverty-stricken person, and they really don't like it. And that's why I was saying that for me, once the booing of it started coming up, maybe we should have just left that. We should have left. I personally weren't singing it, but I'm not saying, and I'm not even going to have a mega go at the people that were singing it, but I'm just saying for them to understand, so maybe next time when we play Everton, you don't sing that. That's all I was saying in that video. I don't know what you felt, Lee, but you saw the reaction from their fans.
I see the reaction of Everton fans. Listen, first and foremost, I've got a fantastic thing with the Everton fans.
Rapport
with the Everton fans. They're probably not second favourite team, you know, obviously with Kevin being a big star up there and everything like that.
Kevin Campbell,
it was fantastic to go up there and you know, me and Kevin used to go to those games and like the fans were coming up to me. Always had a lot of love with the Everton fans. First and foremost, speaking to a few Everton fans before the game, they were saying there's been a little bit of nastiness between Arsenal and Everton. There's been a few fights before and everything like that.
What, on the day?
No, before the last home game or something, you know, because they were singing second again, and it got a little bit, which is sad. I was sad to hear, because they were saying like, there's always been a good thing with Arsenal.
Yeah, because even when the Kevin Campbell thing happened,
yeah, it was like tremendous.
it was like the two teams really came together to celebrate Kevin Campbell.
But apparently there was a little bit of, so they were saying that just be a little bit, because they all love me up there, you know, you should be a little bit careful and all that like that, because there's a few Everton fans not happy about few Everton fans got attacked down here at the Emirates, so there was a little bit of a friction going on. But when we come at, like, then when they say, I never sing the song, you know what I mean, like, and I was surprised by the reaction of the booing and everything like that. But when we come out, my God, there was a few Everton fans coming up to me really aggressively saying, I know you wouldn't sing that, but it's out of order. You don't, you know, and I was going, yeah, look, it is out of order. And I think now what's gone on and all that, I think the Arsenal fans, we are classy. Like Arsenal as a football club and fans and all that, just got to say, look, we made a little error there and we won't be doing it again.
Yeah, I that was the point I was trying to make, right? I weren't even overly having a go at the Arsenal fans who were singing it, because I think a lot of them just thought, what's the problem? It's a laugh. It's a chant. It's not even seems like a bad chant. I was trying to explain to people why they don't like that chant, right? Why? And as I said, when do you ever go to a game and hear fans booing a chant?
It is a chant that's been used for many years.
Yeah.
Many years. Let's not get it up. But
There's worse ones.
There's worse ones and everything like that.
Along the same lines.
You know, there was a fella turning around and going, you know, you come here in the 80s and all that, like, you wouldn't be doing this, filming this. And I was turning around and saying to him, look at your stadium now. It's completely, football's changed. You know, for the better, if I be honest, you know what I mean? Like, going to Liverpool in the 80s was dangerous.
Yeah.
It was very dangerous.
Yeah, Liverpool and Everton.
Everton even worse, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but it's not like that now, thank God. So, you know, things have moved on in a good way. And listen, for me, I've got massive respect for Everton, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be worried about going up there and a bad atmosphere between Arsenal and Everton. I think at the end of the day, look, it's been done, learn from it, and we all move on and just say, look, you know, and hopefully that won't be done again, like, you know what I mean? That's how I see it.
Did you hear it on the TV?
Yeah, you could hear it on the TV, especially the booing part of it. I mean, my take on it as maybe a younger fan as well is that you're always taught that like football is a working man's sport. It was all made by the working man and stuff, and maybe chants like that are directed towards the like working class people. So it seems a bit more like on the nose about it. Whereas like when we're talking about other chants, I guess Sol Campbell was probably had a lot of darker chants than that towards him.
Yeah.
But there's always the excuse of, well, he's a multi-millionaire, he's a footballer, he should be used to this. Whereas that chant is directed more towards the people of Liverpool that you said that maybe don't have the luxury of being millionaires like Sol Campbell, that they should have to deal with it. So that's how I like see it, so I understand it. Obviously, I wasn't at the game, so I couldn't have been involved, but that's like what I take from it as a person who saw it on the TV, seeing the reaction after the game of stuff, that it's like, it's the whole point of football, no matter what club you support is that it's like, it's a working man's sport. It's a sport that everyone should be involved in, no matter if you're rich, poor, famous, not, whatever. Everyone should be able to go and love the football. So maybe it was just taking a dig at the wrong people. We should be there. But I think it's fair reaction. I think Everton fans and people in Liverpool are rightfully so happy. If they want to be annoyed, I understand it. But like you said as well, that Arsenal fans, you know, we can't speak for every single Arsenal fan, but I think if everyone knew a bit more about it and everything, everyone would be a bit more like, well, okay, I understand. So
yeah, I think. Listen, I think a lot of people are singing it for it's a funny.
It's like
it's funny. It's a laugh. You know what I mean? Like that's why they were singing it. And even a guy said to me, he goes, Robbie, he goes, well, what about when we go to games and we sing, I want to go home, I want to go. You know what I mean? We sing it at like a lot of different places we go to. right? Including when we was in Bilbao, which was a beautiful city, right? Which is almost like an ironic one. But this one's a little bit different. As I said, when fans start coming back and they're booing that chant, then you know.
Yeah, it's a bit personal.
The other thing that disappoints me about it really is now Everton fans are all coming out going, we hope Man City win the league now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want us to win it anymore because we've really upset them about it, like, you know. And I get there, you know, like the one where you go to Stoke or you go to Burnley, you know, they could be offended by that, like, because that's a very working class town, isn't it, Burnley, like, you know. But I think because it's around Christmas as well, where, you know, probably like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Lots of families are struggling and everything like that, you know. And listen, the thing is, if they find it offensive, right, then there's your answer, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like they find it, and they did. You know, a lot of those fans would have come out and would have seen it. But like, you know, like I've got a good association with them. They felt that they could come up to me like. One guy came up to me, very aggressive. I thought, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, man, they were angry, bro.
They were very angry,
right? Like, and we were getting it because we were outside the game, and they were, you know, what could we say, right? Apart from, you know, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, no, I you know what I mean? I know I didn't sing. I didn't sing it, like, you know what I mean? But like, you know, because I know that it does offend them, like, do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't do it, like, you know. But at the end of the day, look, listen, I think Arsenal fans are classy. We're a classy club. I think Arsenal fans would have seen that and gone, all right,
next time.
Probably next time we won't do that, like, you know.
Yeah. What do you make of the game, Kenya?
It wasn't a world beater, but we just got the job done. It was better compared to how we played against Wolves, I would say. It was professional. I don't really have any complaints. There's maybe a few things we could have worked on, and I saw some better things, but yeah, it was just a standard what they'll win, really.
I understand. I sort of agree with Kenya where I thought, well, first half I thought we were quite poor.
I have to say.
First half I thought we were quite poor, but second half we did turn it on a bit, and I thought Everton played well in terms of like the way they were set up. They didn't give too much away, but the thing that annoys me most is that we didn't hit that next level. It seems like it was just another game of like, we're just getting there. We just got over the line. Obviously, we win by a penalty. I know we had chances. Trossard's chance against the post. I think Zubimendi hit the post. Saka's corner nearly went in. So we had chances, but it's another thing where the margins were so small that maybe I expected. Everton were missing a lot of players, including their best player, probably Ndiaye as well. And I was thinking, maybe today's the one. We can get a little 3-0 win, get the motivation back up. We've had a tough month. Get the motivation up before Christmas, blow them away a bit. They're missing players. And it was another one where maybe on another day we could have drew that game. And it's like, it's coming to the point now of that's 5-6 games in a row where we haven't really battered anyone or like completely dominated the game to a point where we're like, we're never going to lose this. And looking at City again, unbelievable on the weekend. Yeah, I don't think we would have lost the game. Obviously, they didn't create any chances. I thought Riot was good, actually, especially on his cross-claiming. He claimed a lot of crosses, and maybe that's something you don't like see in stats and stuff like that, but every cross that went into the box, he had every single one. For the ball, with the ball at his feet, he got pressed a bit, and he was really, really good with that as well. His pass completion must have been really, really high that game. But it's more the thing, like I said, we just look comfortable. We just look like we're not going to score 5. I don't think we would have lost the game, but it's like, we're trying to win the league here. We got City. City were top of the league going into the game. They're looking better and better every week. And like I was just saying, on the weekend they look phenomenal. And it's like, I want us to respond to that. We're going, hey, we're still top, by the way. We're still here. We've got less injuries now, etc. It's only really Gabriel and Havertz, the main ones we're missing. And I still haven't seen that spark that maybe we had at the start. When we went on that run and we were celebrating clean sheets and are we going to beat this Chelsea record and who do we start and all this? I've not seen that spark back, and that's the only thing that annoys me. But maybe I'm being picky, I don't know.
Did we really have a spark at the start of the season? Like, I would say at the start of the season, you look at it, teams that people were calling us set-piece FC. We were sat there saying, yeah, we're scoring goals, we're doing well, we look really good, but our front three still hasn't really gelled a lot. And I still think we're seeing the same thing. We're just maybe not scoring as many set-pieces as before. So, I don't know, I feel like we haven't, we've been good, but we haven't gone up gears at all with this season, in my personal opinion. Like, we've been good, we've been to a good standard. We've maybe dropped a bit here and there, but I think that's why I maybe have a bit more faith, because I look at Man City and I'm like, this is actually potentially them at their best. This is us at a decent level. We haven't really gone up that gear yet, so what's to say if we go up that gear, what's going to happen? Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
On being at the game, I thought it was, listen, 1-0. You've always got that.
And we have a poor record there as well.
Especially, we drew them twice last year. And with what happened the previous week, at 1-0, you're always... But I have to say, at no time did I feel they were going to score. No. We looked very, very comfortable in that game. But it's still only 1-0, so it's still a worry. It was almost to me like it was a game where those players were, let's just make sure we win.
Yeah.
They had that attitude. That's how it seemed to me. Should have been more. Should have been, I think if maybe we got our second goal, maybe we could have went on and got 3-4, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because it was, Everton didn't do anything. They were just lumping the ball up. Saliba would deal with it, or, Raya would catch it, like you said, and they'd be back with us.
Yeah.
A lot of control from Arsenal. But like you said, not a scintillating performance in any means whatsoever. It was a 1-0. But at the end of the day, who cares, really?
Yeah. I will say, though...
but performances do need to start. We do. It would be nice, like you said, to see a
especially before Christmas.
But we have to be honest, all four of us, and say, because I was sat here 2 seasons ago, Aston Villa away, Gabriel Jesus gets wiped out in the box, Douglas Luiz kicks him right under the leg and wipes him out, and we end up losing the league by 2 points. William Saliba is a very lucky man, in my opinion. I thought that was a blatant penalty. He's kicked right through his leg. He's got none of the ball. He's not touched the ball at all. He's in the box. I can't even remember the name of the Everton player off the top of my head.
I think it was Barry.
Yeah.
Barry?
And he's kicked right through his leg. And I think we've seen that given across the season.
Kicked right through his... I'm not sure if that was...
I don't know what a penalty is now.
The two of them are going to kick the ball. Yeah. The two of them missed the ball. And I'm not sure. If anything, the penalty was the one on Gyökeres. Yeah. Where he's about to head the ball into the back of net and he gets pushed in the back. If you're going to give that one, then you have to give the Gyökeres one then.
I just remember VAR's ruined everything.
Yeah, that's good.
I watched the Newcastle-Chelsea game. There's the most blatant penalty I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
And they don't give that, right? I see the game against Liverpool Spurs. I'm not so sure if that's a sending off, you know what I mean? They slow it down in slow motion. I'm not sure if that's he's not deliberately trying to hurt him. It's an accident, like,
why did he do that, though? There's no one around him.
In football, he's supposed to be, like, deliberately hurting someone. I think, it could be given the benefit. It's slow motion, it's going into... the referees give a booking, they've slowed it down, everything like that. Then I see the worst tackle I've seen for a very, very long while on Isak, which breaks his leg. There's not even a booking. No one's saying about that. I just think this VAR is refereeing games when it shouldn't, and it's spoiling it. We're watching the game. I go back at. Someone's got to justify me why that referee does not see that handball. He's watching straight at it.
I saw it straight on the TV and I was like, that's a handball.
See how long he took to verify.
So why isn't he see? Is that because he thinks, VAR are going to get involved? I think the referees are not actually refereeing games no more.
You see how long he took to say, when he went to the screen? Why did it take so long?
Seconds it should be.
Yeah, he took 3 minutes to decide whether that was a penalty. That's the issue. My issue isn't necessarily with VAR's technology. The reality is it's the people that use VAR, and the reality is the officials aren't good enough. What's the point of having... We know these officials aren't good at refereeing, so why are we going to put them in a room with all this technology when we know they're below the standard? That is the issue. The reality is the officials all around, and it's not even just in a men's game, it's in a women's game as well, all around is dreadful. It's so poor. And if you keep giving these people the opportunity to have a say over games, then nothing's going to get better. In my personal opinion, all 3 of those penalty shouts in that game should have probably been penalties. The push in the back. We saw in the Newcastle game against Tottenham, Dan Burn gets pushed in the back. It's given as a penalty. Victor Oker's about to tap in the most easiest goal you're ever going to see. He gets shoved in the back. We've got a guy doing 2 hands in the air like it's volleyball. We're having to wait 4 minutes to decide whether that's a penalty. Someone's getting kicked in the penalty box. It's not a pen. So what is a pen? Like, you come into games, you don't know what a handball is. You don't know what a handball is. You don't know what a penalty is. That's my issue. There's no consistency. You watch one game one week, something's given as a pen, then the next week is never done. I always go back to that game where we played Brighton and Saliba the 2 headbutts. We've never seen that ever again. That is my issue. Where is the consistency? So you can't sit here and say, what is a pen? What isn't a pen? What's a handball? What's a red card? It's so... I could talk about this forever.
And the thing is, with the VAR, it's highlighting, keep getting it wrong. Now, listen, in cricket this week, like, I know, like, it's a different thing, like, they're completely messing up with the technology, right? And once technology's not working, you know, you've had it. It's like in the game against Newcastle, going back to that game, the technology went down, so they've had to get out rulers and things. Come on, if it's not good for football, Robbie. It really ain't. It's not.
I even think something like we're supposed to bring automated offsides in. We're still taking forever to draw lines. We shouldn't have to draw. You watch other leagues, they know straight away. It's like the ref gets buzzed almost to say that's automatically offside. We're still having to wait about 3 minutes for
we've got the
guy
automated, but it's a different type of one.
But
apparently.
Exactly, what is that? Like, just bring in the best technology.
They've done a curse and had Christmas off. Unreal. Listen, getting back to the art, like, there's something fundamentally wrong at Arsenal, isn't there? They're not playing well. No. Listen, I said that was always going to be a difficult game and everything. They're away from home, but you look at the context of the both games now. Wolves at home and that game there, we're struggling a little bit. I don't know what it is. The front 4 or 5's not quite clicking. It isn't. Yeah. Again, I thought, you know, they give Saka man of the match, like, you know what I mean? I thought he was okay, Saka. He was our most dangerous player, but we're actually, like, you know, pushing a boat out saying he was the man of the match and things like that, because that ain't the Saka that I've seen over the last 2 or 3 seasons, you know what I mean? Like, he was still decent, but he wasn't, like, up there in those sort of standards. And I just think at the end of the day, look, it was a scrappy 1-0. We got the result. That's what's the most important thing. Let's not kid ourselves. If we carry on playing like that, we're not going to win the league. Let's be really honest. We're not. We know that. So you've got to take the positives from it, that we've won the game. Clean sheet. No Gabriel. We've got to get him back as soon as we can, guys. You know what I mean? Like, we're now missing him tenfold, like, you know. And that gives you the stability. I felt we was all... Even you say... Nketiah gives me... you know, I mean, he's put 3 years on my life since he's come to the team, like, you know what I mean?
I'm glad you said it.
He really has. In the first minute, he's gone smashing through Calafiori when it's not his thing.
That was so...
And I'm just thinking myself, like, just get Gabriel back in there, you know, get us the stability back a little bit. Like, nothing against him. He's going to be a good player, but he's a bit rash, a bit
very raw. Yeah.
And I'm thinking there's a mistake. And when it's always 1-0, there's always that chance that they can have a 40-yard shot that can deflect in, or anything can happen. And that was the worry line, you know. But we all said it was going to be a tough place to go. And I look at, before anybody goes, well, you didn't say that against Wolves. It's different at home. When you're away from home, I don't care how well you play and how scrappy it's just getting the result, you know what I mean? But when you're at home, you've got to be a little bit better than what we have been like, you know. And I look at Man City and people go, they're winning all that. Every game that they've played at this moment in time, I expect them to have won, right? Same as us, right? The last time they had a game that they was in danger of not winning was Newcastle away. They lost, you know what I mean? We've had some real difficult games. But I look at it now, we've got Brighton at home, Aston Villa at home, Bournemouth away, right? If that's Man City, that's 9 points. So that's what I'm expecting us to do now. Like, and how you get those 9 points? At the moment, City are cruising those 9 points. You know what I mean? Like, all points. We've got to start doing that now ourselves.
You say that though, but they lost to Aston Villa.
They've lost to Aston Villa away. They've lost to Newcastle away. The games that they've...
Yeah, you know what, Lee? Funny enough, I got them because I saw DR Sports put out this yesterday.
Shout out DR.
And it sort of went through like their last 7 games. All right, I'll take out the Real Madrid game because obviously that's in the Champions League. But in the Premier League, they have been on fire. They have been winning games. But let's just, if we actually look a bit deeper into it, there was the Leeds game. You'd expect them to win that, right?
Just about beat it.
And that was 3-2. Remember, they 2-0, they came back 2-2, scraped it in the end.
We won 5-0.
In injury team. Then they had the away at Fulham, where they won 5-4, where they were 5-1 up and just escaped that. Then they've beaten Sunderland 3-0. They won away at Palace, where they had a few scares there, but that's a decent win at Palace. They beat Brentford at home. They beat West Ham at home. Let's be real, right? When everybody's losing it at Arsenal and saying, you know, a lot of our fans, and I get it, because they have chased us down in the past. But when you look at those games, you would expect them to win all. The only out of those games that I'd say there may be some doubt would have been the Palace game. Because even Sunderland, they got them at home. I expect them to win, to beat Palace. So those are all games you'd expect them to win. I think they've got, coming up in January now, is when I think they're going to be tested a bit more. They got to go.
They got Chelsea twice.
They got Chelsea. They got to go away to Man United. You know what I mean? Manchester derby's never easy. They've got Spurs coming up in February, which they haven't done well against. But they've got, funny enough,
most half-and-half scarves get sold at Spurs. You know that, like Man City. Like, you know?
Yeah, but you know, Spurs now they're going to need to actually win that game for themselves. You know what I mean? So they got more testing games coming up. I think the games. Whereas if you look at the run of games we've had.
Chelsea away.
North London derby, that's never easy. Even though we made it look easy, it's never easy on paper. Just like I'm looking at the United game for them, you look and think, United, they'll destroy United. But for some reason, it's a tough game for them, right? We had to go away at Chelsea. Those are tough games, you know what I mean? Like, we had to go away at Villa. So that's included in that run. We've had a much harder run than them. But, as you guys are saying, I feel we're getting those last couple of games we've won, but the performances need to improve.
100%. That's the main point, it's the performances. Like you just read out their results there, them Leeds and Fulham games were quite far away ago, whereas the Sunderland Palace ones are the more recent ones. And the thing I've noticed with them is that they're playing better. They might not get the same better results, but in terms of playing football, in terms of watching the football team, effectiveness, players playing in form, Shirky, Reinder's got another goal for his first one in a while. Haaland's Haaland, we can ignore him, but even defensively, they're not shipping goals like they were at the start of the season.
Giving up a lot of chances, though.
They do give up chances.
Look at that game last week against Palace. But right? I think if Palace had their shooting boots on, they should have been a couple of goals up.
But I think the main point is for them is their performances are getting better as week goes on, and they're still missing Ballon d'Or winner, best midfielder in the league.
But that's the only player they're missing.
But when he comes back in, I just don't know. I think they'll just go in that Pep Guardiola run again.
I'm not convinced they will.
That Shirky, oh my goodness.
I think they're playing against teams, and a lot of those games have been home games as well. I think they're playing against teams they're supposed to win, right?
But look at us against Wolves. We're supposed to win.
I get that. I get it. We want it, but the performance weren't good. I get it. But just like they had their dips in performances earlier on in the season, and you know they've lost 4 games.
Right,
and you know we're going through our patch at the moment. We actually ain't lost as many. We've lost 1 out of those, and that was a 90-odd minute. So I think there's things for Arsenal not to get too down in the dumps about, because there are players coming back. You know what I mean? Like you said, Gabriel's going to come back. We now see a lot stronger. You looked at the bench on Saturday, you thought if it is going south, you can bring on Martinelli, you can bring on Eze, you can bring on Jesus. We didn't have that a few weeks ago.
We
didn't have that. But the performances now, you know, as I said, it looked a bit to me on Saturday, that was kind of like a safety first. Let's get the job done. Make sure we win this one after last week. But I want to see, like when we got Brighton, you know, and even that Villa game, that might even suit us playing Villa at home, because we're going to be up for that game. This is a big game now. I think the performances.
What we got to do, and Arteta's got to unlock this now, is for me, we're a little bit safe and everything like that. But I'm looking at players now, whether it be Odegaard or Eze, both of them have got to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Both whoever's in that team has to step up to the plate. I'm looking at Martinelli. Has got to start stepping up to the plate now, like, you know, because that left-hand side has got to be firing, like, you know. Trossard, giving him the benefit of the doubt on
Just come back, innit?
because he's just come back. But you know, pressure on it. Gyökeres, there's pressure on whoever goes up front. Like, you know, the end of the day, you look at Zubimendi and Rice. They're doing their jobs.
Oh, Declan Rice, by the way. My goodness.
Outstanding.
Brilliant
They're
player.
doing their
Different
jobs.
level.
Right, it's now for the attacking flair players to do their jobs. Now, I'm asking if the manager is not allowing that to happen, he's got to allow it to happen. And if he is allowing it to happen, these guys have got to step up now, because these are the guys that will win you the league.
Yep.
You know, the defence will do their job, and it's doing their job. But you've got to have, it's 0-0, 1-0. These guys have got to step up and play. Now, people are slagging off Odegaard. I've had a look back at his performance at the weekend. It's not as bad as what a lot of people are making out of it.
No, it wasn't
He was
bad.
average, I'd say.
He was okay,
Yeah.
but okay ain't good enough. I keep saying that. But that goal for, or the chance for Trossard when he should score when he hits the post, right? Have a look at the pass from Odegaard to Declan Rice. It's sensational. So he does he's the one that cuts the ball back for Zubimendi to hit the post. It goes in. It's fine moment. But he has got, if it is you, because I'm hearing a lot of people like, oh, since he's come back in the team, we're not playing well and all. We haven't been playing great all season, as you said earlier on, Kenya. Like, you know, it ain't been great. Guys, now you've got to step up, like. And at the end of the day, I know it's an old thing. Forget about what Man City are doing. Just concentrate on what we're doing. We keep winning games. Don't matter how you win them, but keep winning them. But if we're going to sustain a title challenge, these guys have got to be better, Rob. They've got to be better. And those performances have got to be better than what we're seeing. The Wolves one, for me, is a shocker. At home, we've got to be better at home.
Yeah.
Declan Rice, just because you mentioned him, I just want to say, I think David Moyes said in his post-match, he said he's the best midfielder in the world.
He was outstanding.
And yet again, it seems like every week, I know Gyökeres might have a bad game, Saka might have a bad game, Timber might have a bad. This guy every single week is playing to elite level, to a world-class level every single week. No matter for
Leadership
home,
as well.
away, if he's paired with Zubimendi or Norgard or Eze, or it doesn't matter where he is, what he's asked to do. Elite level every single week. That run for the Trossard, he makes it look so easy he puts the perfect weight to that pass to Trossard for him to just hit it first time. And obviously unlucky with the finish. Trossard's been clinical this season, so I'll forgive him. But every week he's doing it now, and it's to the point where I don't think anyone gets near to him in the world. Anyone.
Do you remember when we was driving home? We had Matt Pincus was in with us, right? And he raised he came out with this question that he asked us,
question.
right? And let's ask you guys. He does come up with some little gems, Matt Pincus. Big him up, right?
Coming up with something.
So he said, right? He goes, would you take Declan Rice being out for the rest of the season if Haaland was out for the rest of the season?
No, I wouldn't.
That's a good question, though,
It's a
isn't it?
good question.
No, I
Not even
wouldn't.
close. I think
It's
Hart-
I want to hear from you guys in the comments on this one as well.
Yeah.
No,
It was a good question.
I wouldn't.
I think we fall completely apart, whereas Man City just go and spend 60 mil on a striker in January. You know what I mean?
Forget. No one can
No,
spend
I
nothing.
wouldn't.
Okay, would
No
I
one can
rather
spend nothing.
Would I rather
So-
Arsenal Norgard or City and Marmoush? Definitely. You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
They've got
Declan Rice-
Marmoush is okay.
We said keep Declan.
We said keep
You
Declan
know
as well.
what I mean?
That's how valuable he is to us, man. He's unreal.
So important to our team.
Matt Pincus, by the way, little shout out to him. I've checked him on Instagram and see him in the stadium and stuff. He's with Greg Sulkin, ex-Wizards of Waverley Place
yeah.
actor,
Oh my
Disney
God.
Channel, massive Disney Channel star. Oh God, what's going on? I don't know what was going on there, but
Yeah,
yeah.
so he
Bit up friend of the channel, Matthew Pincus.
he was with us, and then he just dumped us, went away. You know what I mean?
He saw the Hollywood
Greg
star.
Sulkin,
Obviously,
Yeah.
Then come back, didn't he? Like, yeah,
Yeah, he went and watched the game of the Hollywood Stars and then came back for his lift home, didn't he?
yeah. Well, he should be
Shout
getting
out,
chauffeur driven dome in a Merc or something. You know what I mean? Right.
I'm dead.
But no, listen. 3 points, and let's take a look at what we got in front of us. Though it was as the next game, which of course is Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. We know this is quarter-final of Carabao Cup. We know that if we win the game, it's going to be a two-legged affair against Chelsea. But how's everyone feeling about that game? Do we rest a lot of players? Because coming up at the weekend, weekend after Christmas, we've got Brighton at home, followed by Villa. We know the Christmas period, there's lots and lots of games.
Yeah.
Do we rest players? Will they rest players?
Yes.
Well, how seriously? It's fascinating. How seriously are they going to take
I'm
it?
going to say this now. I think this game on Tuesday is massive.
Yeah.
I think us winning this trophy is massive.
So what do you do with the selection?
I would still rotate because we've got a strong squad. If you ever look back in the history of this competition, it's the team that's got the best squad normally goes and wins this because you can rotate and everything like that. And listen, our front three could be Martinelli, Madueke and Gyökeres, for instance. Like, you know what I mean? That's a good front three. Like, can a team like Crystal Palace rotate all their top players out and have a stronger side as that? No, they can't.
And they went pretty strong in their 4-1 defeat against
so
Leeds.
they can't do that.
They've by the way, they've had
Europe
Conference League game on last week Thursday. They've had to go away to Leeds Saturday
Shocking.
night,
Shocking.
right? Which
They've
I think
got
right, and now they got us. Then following us, they got Spurs
Well,
away.
Spurs at home, sorry.
Spurs at home, sorry.
Yeah.
Shocking.
That's
It
tough
should
for them.
never, ever
But they've
be
not
in
won their last
this
two.
generation of football now play on a Saturday. On a Thursday and then play on a Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, I remember years ago in the 70s, like they played Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then played the next day. But like football changed. Football like played 2 games in 2 days. You know what I mean? Liam Brady played in like that, all of that time. I remember it. But at the end of the day, it should not be like that no more. Like, and how?
Is that advantage us though?
I don't care if it's advantage us. I'll tell you it's disadvantage too. Burnley and teams around the bottom of the league playing against a weak Crystal Palace team. Is that fair on the Premier League? You know what I mean? That you're taking a jaded, tired, whatever to Leeds. You know what I mean? It's just wrong. It's wrong on all
I do
levels.
actually agree with you, but then on the other side of it, you see Oliver Glasner every week coming out, basically cussing out the Palace board, saying, "Where's the depth? Where's all the players that I asked for?" We're talking about someone that's won the Europa League with Frankfurt, and he said multiple times, if you want to be in cup competitions, you want to try and win it, you have to have the depth. And the unfortunate, we're at a stage now where the reality is the Premier League, UEFA, FIFA, they don't care about the welfare of players.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
And the unfortunate reality is clubs have to adapt to that. So we've seen already last season, we didn't clothe ourselves in glory by having a deep squad, and we saw it straight away. Kai Havertz, Gabriel Saka out. We suffered, we fell away straight away. And a team like Crystal Palace, they now, if you're in Europe, you've won the FA Cup, brilliant. You want to build on that, you have to go and get a deeper squad because the league doesn't care, which is really sad.
I agree with you, but the trouble is because of these two, and you have to put it to these teams, they have success, right? Like Crystal Palace, right? They have success. And what happens with that success is that other clubs come and go, I'll tell you what, we'll have your best player, we'll have this and that, like,
but then
and they suffer. And it's hard for them to build up on that, like, you know.
Yeah, but then they've got money to go and get a bigger squad.
This is where
but
you can say
can't
a team...
get those players. Crystal Palace are up against, I don't know, Tottenham for a certain player, Simmons, for instance. Who's he going to go to?
No, but see, this is where I'd say with Crystal Palace, right? They got Eze from... Where? They got
QPR.
from QPR. They got Adam Wharton from Blackburn. Like, they've actually they lost Elise, but they've brought in Ismail Assar, who none of us have probably really heard of or really, given the credit to, even when he was at Watford. But he's come and he's been brilliant. And they've shown that they're a team like, right, we lose a great player, but we're going to bring in somebody else really good.
Kenya.
They're about to lose their best player for free as well, aren't they? Mark Gahey's.
Yeah,
but then
it
again,
will catch
that's
up on
down
Palace.
to their
Eventually it'll
club.
catch up on them.
But then I kind of agree with what Kenya's saying in a way, that even though we
They
kind of
recruit
feel
really
sorry
well.
for them, they did not go and improve and get a bigger squad
for the Europe.
And even their manager's been going.
I understand.
And now this is the consequence of it. Obviously, they were never going to be able to get a bigger squad enough to compete with our squad.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But these are the consequences. When you look at the season, at the start of the season, especially with them now, you're in the Conference League.
Yeah.
You know the games that you're going to have.
You want to carry on the success.
So
Well, don't forget they was in the Europa League at first as well.
Yeah,
right?
but you would still know
chucked them
that.
down to the Conference League.
But you still know that those are very competitive games. You know that you want to try and win it. So you've got to improve your squad. You've got to make a bigger squad, or you're not giving yourself a chance.
Exactly. Even if you look at how Chelsea won the Conference League, they literally played a different 11 until the semi-finals. Every single player was rotated. So we're at a phase now in football where, unfortunately, boards and leagues, they don't care about player welfare. Like, you as a club actually have to do due diligence and say, right, we know the reality is the Premier League don't care that we're playing in the Conference League. So we need to go and make sure that you know, Mark Gay has that rest, or Ismail Assar, we can rotate him, or Mateta has someone that can come in when he's not scoring and firing, and that's just the unfortunate reality of football right now.
I want to know what Arsenal are going to do at the back, because we got a lot of options. We got a lot of options up top, but what are the options in
Right back.
Yeah.
Josh Nichols comes in for me.
In a quarter final.
Yeah.
Played nothing this season.
Well, he hasn't done that.
Sure.
But I'm not risking Timber. You can't really. I'll tell you what. He was physically knackered on Saturday night. You know, the work rate he done, by the way. The work rate our fullbacks have to do is incredible.
Yeah.
You thought he was poor, Timber?
For Timber's level, like he didn't do nothing wrong.
I thought he played all right, man. He had a good game.
Right.
He looked tired. He looked fatigued to me.
And not just there. What rotation can you do the centre halves either?
Well, in Kepa play.
Yeah. He's had a lot of games recently. Lewis Skelly, but the two centre halves.
Yeah.
Nketiah's played loads of games. Saliba's only just come back.
Well, you'd play Lewis Skelly, Calafiori, someone. Saliba or Nketiah.
You play Calafiori as well?
I'd play Calafiori at centre half, Lewis Skelly at left back.
He's tired as well, though, Calafiori. He's had injury problems.
Yeah,
Calafiori had a rest against
back.
Wolves at least because of the suspension. So at least he's had one. I'm not saying he's fully fit, but he's had one rest, whereas the others haven't had any. Because if not, we've got no one. We haven't got anyone. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Unless you play Norgard at centre-back again.
And then I don't really
I think you might have to, but then you would have liked to have given Zubimendi a rest as well.
But then who's playing right-back at all? It's either Saliba or Timber. No one else can play right-back.
Exactly. That's why I think they're probably going to have to play.
Mosquera's out, Ben White's out.
All the cover's gone.
Yes.
I think he'll play Timber. I think we all know he's going to play Timber.
I think
He's going to have to, innit? I don't think you're really going to have much choice.
Listen, you know, Josh Nichols is at the club for a reason. He's got to be decent. Give him the chance. I wouldn't play Timber in this one. You know what I mean? Like, if I do play Timber, he plays centre half.
You just said it's a really important game. We've got to win.
Yeah, but I think that you've got a squad that I'm looking at like Wanyeri to come in the midfield.
Yeah.
Marino to come in midfield, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe Norgard. That's your three in midfield, right? That's still got to be good enough. It's got to be good enough.
They may not make.
We're talking about Eze. Eze's got to play in this game.
Yeah, but they may not make as many changes as you think, just because they can't.
I don't think
so. You know what I mean? You might see an their midfield area with Wharton.
They're on
decent.
fumes at the moment, Rob. They're on fumes.
But do we want a back line of Norgard and Josh Nichols against Mateta, Pino and Sarr? That's going to be tough for us.
I think Ismail Assar won't be there.
No, Ismail Assar's at AFCON.
But Eddie and Nketiah, for example. He scored against us last time.
I'd be looking to probably. You're going to have to start quite strong at the back.
Yeah.
And hopefully you take off those players and bring a Josh Nichols on.
Yeah.
And players like that. That's how I'm looking at it.
Try
and get it
one.
one.
What about the rumour of Gabriel playing? Would you take the risk?
No.
Not from the start, no.
I hope he's back for Villa. But
although, you know what, really interesting, I did an interview with Dr. Andre, who...
Big up Dr. Andre.
Big up Dr. Andre. Obviously, he used to be the doctor at Everton. And he was saying with injuries, because I was talking, and the video is available on our channel, and he was talking about how some players, they can just come straight back. He goes, everybody's different.
Yeah.
He goes, you got some players, he goes, some players, they're ready, just get them back in. He goes, then there's other players you have to ease in. But he goes, there's some players, if they're ready in. They don't need easing in, they don't want to be eased in. But
he's training.
Yeah, so it all depends how, you know, how they feel.
What are you playing up front then? What's your midfield up front then?
Midfield and up front's not a problem because we've got a lot of options. So up front,
I'd start Jesus.
Yeah, maybe I'd start Jesus as well.
So would I.
Starting from the start. Yeah, get him in from the start, take him off later, bring on Jokic.
So Madueke, Jesus.
Madueke.
Martinelli.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, and then.
What about Eze?
Where's Eze playing in this game?
Eze, I'm playing him in a 10.
I'm benching Eze.
See, I want Ethan to be in.
Wanyeri.
So Eze and Ethan in the same team?
Oh, that's true.
I'll bench Eze. He can stay on the bench.
Maybe play Eze on the left then.
Because maybe you could
play Eze on the left. Yeah, Eze on the left.
Yeah, Ethan in
Martinelli
midfield.
then?
The Martinelli, he played the last game, didn't he?
He can come on.
Right, and he can come on later. That's the firepower if it ain't going right.
Yeah.
So you got Eze on the left. I'd definitely play Eze. He's playing against Palace. He scored against them last time.
Yeah,
he'd be driven in this game. So Eze on the left, down the middle, Jesus and Madueke on the right. Midfield, Wanyeri. Do I go Rice?
Marino.
Marino.
Rice, I don't want to see
And
Rice.
Zubamendi. And then in defence now, I'm going to have to put
plays
Norgard
Zubamendi.
there. Norgard
Norgard defence.
in Capia.
Lewis Skelly,
Oh, he's playing
I think
he's playing
Declan
right
Rice-
back.
Saliba or Timber.
Timber's going to have to
Timber's
play.
gonna have
Timber
to play.
starts at right back and then later on to take him off. That's what I'd have to do.
I think Declan Rice will probably start, you know.
So do I.
I actually think he will start. I think he'll start him. I think he'll start him and Norgard together, I think.
Yeah. Important game, like you said,
Yeah.
Lee, because a chance to get into a semi-final. Get into a semi-final, 2 legs against Chelsea. Got a good record against them at home. We got a decent record against them away. It's a chance to get to a final.
Yeah, it is. Just got to overcome.
Been a while
Palace
since
first.
What
Wembley.
have I always said? Believe in your squad. Believe in your
Yeah, but I'm with Jack. Josh Nichols, and he's a
Yeah.
good kid. I saw him the other day at the
You don't wanna
Ballers
just
League.
throw him
Actually.
away.
Nice kid.
You don't wanna just throw him
And
away.
he's got talent,
Yeah.
isn't it right? But like you said, he ain't played any games
Yeah.
this season. To throw him in from the beginning, I'd be more like have him on the bench, bring him on later.
I agree with that.
Give Timber a rest. You know what I mean? Hopefully, with a couple of goals up, you can
Yeah.
bring him on. That's how I'd be looking at it. Because remember, in these games as well, you know, and Palace are a good defensive
Yeah.
team. All they've got to do is
Magic.
take it to penalties.
exactly.
That might be their aim.
Exactly.
You know, so-
the cup magic cup.
Going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Predictions on it.
prediction. Where's it? We've got the league table.
We've got the league table up there. That's
it's tight, Jack, it's
that is
tight.
tight. Jack's in second place on 17, Lee on 18. Because we all got the result right, didn't we? But you got the exact.
I got the 1-0 right, guys.
I got 14, Curtis on 13.
Puts you leader of the monthly thing as well, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Right, so chance now. Predictions on this is a difficult one as well because you don't even know what
really
teams
know.
are.
So I'm going to go 2-1.
I'm thinking now. Palace. Can I say we win on penalties as a prediction?
Well, you say a draw.
A draw, we win on penalties.
So what's the
No,
draw?
sorry,
What's the draw? You got to name the
one.
draw.
It doesn't-
Penalties don't count.
Okay.
You got to name the draw.
1-1.
1-1.
1-1 after 90 minutes.
Yep.
I'm going 2-0.
Oh, he's gone with the old big 2-0.
I'm gonna go 3-1.
Can't he go 8-1?
I already did that on this one.
Serve him right for not being
Serve
there,
him
innit?
right, but just go
Going over,
8-1.
living it up with Chris. He's probably eating mince pies now and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's the first time I've not predicted us to win a game, by the way. So sorry, but you know, I think we'll win on pens.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to the game. Also, comments. What have we got?
I've got a comment this
That's
week.
my phone.
After my, quite public rants on Victor Gyökeres recently, we have a comment from RSQ Stars that says, Jack is right, his new name is Victor Gyökeres. So I like that
See
one.
that one? That's out of order.
But, he scored on the weekend, he shut me up for a bit, so yeah, big up
Took the
Gyökeres.
penalty well, man.
Yeah, good pen.
Saw the net just.
Just
Wow.
Yeah.
blasted it, man. You know what I mean?
Blasted
I love penalties like that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know.
Just saw the
He
whole
nearly
goal.
gets it and all. Have you seen it? Like he's that
Nah,
close.
he's not
I
getting
think he would have bent his wrist back.
I don't think he would. If he'd have got something on it, I think he'd have still got in. But it was a lot closer than what.
Compare
actually
that
I think-
penalty to that Strand Larsen's one.
Oh, yeah.
For Wolves. Like,
Oh.
Wolves, you're 2-0
Pass
down.
into his hands.
You got to get back in the game. All this running up, skipping and all that.
Nah.
Bro, you're not
Proper old school.
You're not in a position, Wolves,
Exactly.
to be doing
Oh.
that. Just go and let.
That actually enraged
That's what I
me.
liked about Gyökeres one. He was just
He
like,
just
yo, bro.
blasted that.
He goes, I'm under pressure, thing like that. I am putting my foot. If this guy saves this, is going in the net with him.
Yeah.
Just put his foot through it.
Exactly.
He's actually a very good penalty taker as well.
Yeah.
19 out of 19
Yeah.
penalties for Gyökeres. Fantastic.
What you got, Kenya?
I have this comment. It's from Fermentum. It says, everyone's tripping. Gyökeres is not done yet. I still believe he will have something to say about the starting position. So, it's already
Okay.
it's a rebuttal
I've
to
got
Jack.
this one. I can't read who it's from, like my glasses, and it's bigger writing. Like afterwards, like, no. For once, I totally agree with Robbie. For once, I totally agree with Robbie on Gyökeres. The team doesn't create the chances for him to play ball. Get it into him. Do not get it into him quick enough. I do agree with that.
See that one? Did you see that one on Saturday with Odegaard? He just need to slide it in.
He did put him in another one, and he got
Oh,
tackle
that
back
Saliba.
on it, like,
Yeah, that was
you know what I
Saliba
mean?
that pushed.
Oh, was it? So he's getting there, Jokeris. You know what I mean? It's a long way to go, Jack, though, isn't it?
Wagme49 though, he goes, funny this is quite an interesting one, sort of having a pop at me, but actually he's making sense with it as well.
Constructive.
He goes, funny to see Robbie saying our players need to adapt to Jokeris. Just read that the King Henri said when he arrived at Arsenal, I need to learn how they play and adapt my game to every single one of them. Various levels. And I saw that interview with Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
And I get that. I think it's a bit of both.
100%.
Yeah, he did say both in the interview.
Yeah, he did say both in the interview. It is a bit of both. One, we need to learn how to play to him, but also he needs
to learn the strengths of the team.
Yeah, because Henry was talking about, like, he knew that there were certain players that put it to him on the plate, and he knew that there were other players that...
Yeah, like Freddie.
Like Freddie Ljungberg, where he's going to have to come a bit deeper and get the ball and stuff like that. So... That's a very, very good comment.
There was and I think it needs to be discussed, the one where Saka gets the ball knocked off the line, right? Timber could put it right across. He puts it across as a tap in for Jokeris.
Oh yeah, and he cuts it back.
And he cuts it back for Saka, and Saka gets knocked off the line. I don't think there's any right or wrong in what he does.
Saka should have scored.
Jokeris has made the run. But what I'm saying, if that was Haaland playing for Man City, he gets the ball.
Yeah.
The Simba has no hesitation, you playing it in there. But Arsenal have not got that in their game. So, like, I'm not saying he was wrong to put it back to Saka, because, Saka should score. It was unlucky. It was a good off the line. But there's no right or wrong to it, is there? But I just think that if that was Man City... that goes into Haaland.
Is it also he needs to establish himself as a regular scorer so players trust him?
Yeah.
Because if you're a player now, you're thinking Saka's there. I know.
Yeah, you trust.
More than likely Saka. You know what I mean? So does it become like that where you're like, I trust Saka to score, whereas with him, but then, even those things subconsciously.
I feel like they haven't. My issue is they haven't really given him the chance to do that. Like. Again, like, my gripe with Odegaard is, like, you always pass to Saka. You don't do anything else. Like, it's very rare that you'll pass out to somebody else. Like, try something different. You've got your striker running in on goal, but you'd rather pass out to Saka, who's got 3 defenders on him. Like, I feel like, yes, he maybe hasn't got that trust yet, but we've not given him the opportunity to build that trust because we're not giving him the chances. We're not creating the chances for him. That's my issue.
Well, he gets a week off from Jack anyway, because
Jack the hater, man.
He scored a penalty.
and got him the points.
And got you the points, man. You should be praising him.
Yeah.
Right, we got a couple of voice notes. Let's hear what you guys have got to say.
Hi guys, this is Sandy from US. Just want to ask the panel about Arteta. Is it better for the team to sack him if you don't win Premier League or Champions League this season? First of all, I like Arteta and his tactics. The only thing I don't like in his formations is, like, he don't change his play styles according to the players.
This thing about sacking him and everything like that, we're top of the league at the moment, we're top of the Champions League, it shouldn't even be a conversation, right, at this moment in time. If Arsenal don't win nothing, I don't know where we go from it. I really don't. I think it's a massive call for what we do. I dread to think what will happen because there's going to be conversations. There's no two ways.
There'd have to be as well. It's Gareth Southgate.
That's the thing. I think that if we don't win anything, do I want Arteta sacked? No. Is he like one of the best managers I've seen at Arsenal? Yes. But it's the point of I think Arteta could leave Arsenal and walk into a Barcelona, a Real Madrid job. I think he's that good. But the main factor is that I think we've had it for so long. How do the fans get motivated for another season? We're already feeling it now, thinking, City going to take us over again. It's the same thing. We're going to get injuries. Yeah. City going to win it, and we're going to come close, and then it's going to be... We're already in this mood. I think it might just be that Arteta's done all he can. It was nothing against him. He's an unbelievable manager, but we just need a new fresh voice. Like you said with Southgate. Southgate took England to places they haven't been in years, but he just couldn't get it over the line. Brought Tuchel in as a fresh voice to try and get over the line. That's nothing against Southgate. It's more the point of just needed a fresh idea. And I think that's, if Arteta went, I'd be sad to see him go. Like, I wouldn't celebrate him leaving. I wouldn't even want him to get sacked. I'd hope he'd look at it and go, I'm going to walk. I think I've done all I can here. I'd rather walk. I'd rather him walk than get sacked. But
you've got at the moment, I've got nothing against Aston Villa, right? But because Aston Villa are doing well, right, at this moment, you get the fans that don't want Arteta. Look what Emery's doing. Look what Emery's doing. Like, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I did have a look yesterday, and I still think that we're above them. You know, and I don't know if when Aston Villa's next Champions League game is it Wednesday or is it next Wednesday?
No,
is it next Tuesday? Oh no, they're in the Europa League. Like, you know what I mean. So like they can always be digs at Arteta, and I get that.
And they should have made the Champions League.
They should have done that, but they don't. They seem to throw away all those things, and it's an attack on Arteta. Arsenal at this moment in time, we're going to games. We're walking out of the stadium, and you've got fans turning around and saying, "You ain't going to win the league. You ain't doing it." Well, I was walking out of stadiums 5 years ago. We weren't even in the conversation. Yeah. We are now. So you put it there. But I do think that if Arsenal don't win nothing, I'm with you, Jack. I don't think I can go another season of backing him and going down that route. Like that's how I see it. Like, you know.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. I think one thing I respect about Arteta is I was listening to one of his press conferences recently, and he actually spoke about how he has to earn his next contract. Like, so he knows himself that this is a moment now where I have to deliver. Like, I've been given a lot. You know, the board, the club, the fans really trust me. Even the players trust me. You look at someone like William Saliba, who in reality would have been within his right to say, yeah, I want to go Real Madrid. I want to go play at the biggest club and potentially win everything. Has actually said, no, I want to stay here and play for this manager. So he knows that he has to deliver. Look, he has, I said it already, he has to. It's no, as you guys said, it's no hard feelings. It's just, this is the reality. People remember winning things. They don't remember coming second. And yeah, we beat Man City 5-1, but what did you get at the end of it? Nothing. So it's about winning things at the end of the day. So yeah, he has to deliver something big.
Got to win something. Let's get into second voice note.
What's going on, guys? I'm a massive fan of the pod, so thank you for always updating us on all the Arsenal news and what's going on at the club, because for me, we can't always get to watch and see everything, but you guys are experts at what you do. Firstly, I want to big up Lee Judges. I do like him. He's a funny guy, a big funny guy. Would love to meet him one day. Big up the Don always as well. Curtis is obviously a legend in the game. I'm a subscriber of his channel as well. And Jack, the new boy, he is like Max Downman to me. I'm a big fan. But you know what? One guy really...
Oh, we lost it there.
He's just getting to his point.
Yeah. That sounds like Cecil.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I really like, and I want to see more of. I don't know if he's been on a bit of a break, but I want to see more of. Is that Cecil guy? Cecil, I like him a lot. You know, he seems such a fun guy to go on trips with. How do you feel when you go on trips with him abroad and around the world? I'd love to know. I know his luggage can be a bit big at times, but I don't think that shouldn't be too much of a problem, because he's quite stylish and I've been told he's quite a tall figure as well. So is he a protector of you guys as well when you guys go on tour? Let me know, because he has spoke about on other podcasts or other shows that there has been trouble in the past, and he's been a man to step up to it.
Stylish? I don't know about stylish.
Stylish, no. Do we want him on this podcast? No. Does he protect us when we go abroad? Definitely not.
And I also got to say, some of his outfit, the one that he wore at the Christmas party, like, you know what I mean? Now, I don't think...
Have you ever watched Traitors before? That's what I said he looked like. He's dressed up in Traitors when they have the hood up and everything like that.
Listen, I think for an older guy, same as you, Robert, you've got a bit of style, but if that is the fashion of the world now, I'm rather giving it...
He came to the Christmas party dressed like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, and he thinks it was a good outfit, like, so his dress sense is terrible.
Funny.
He wears shoes, right, his trainers, right, are 3 times smaller than his feet. So he's always taking them off, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's true, right? You know what I mean? The guy's a bit thick, if I'll be really honest. You know what I mean? Like, a bit, yeah.
Prayers out to Mini Cecil. We've got another Cecil in the world now.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them now.
Cecil me.
Well, that's the end of the show today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget our next show coming up on Christmas Eve, so look out for that. But yeah, enjoyed the show today. Jack, go and get yourself some rest, mate.
I'll see you guys soon.
Well done, Jack.
Well done, Jack.